Greetings from TechieTalkee. In this video, I'm going to explain about the numeric data type. Integer, float, and complex fall under the numeric data type. First, what is an integer value? Integer is a whole number that can be positive, negative, or zero. Let's try to print an integer value. Let me give a equal to 20. And then I am trying to print the type of a. Type is a function that takes an argument as a variable and it retrieves the type of the particular value in byte. If I execute this, it says the print, I have given print a comma type of a. So first a gets printed, which is 20. Then the type of a that is getting printed is class int. So by default, Python considers any whole number to be of integer value. Since integer can be negative also, let's try giving a negative value and see how it works. So minus 20, and it also belongs to the class integer. Let us try to give an example of say 0 and check what type it belongs to. 0 also belongs to the type integer. It is always better to give the data type along with the value while assigning a value to a variable. Next, let's get into float. So what is float? Float is a floating point value, which is nothing but a decimal value. Let us consider an example. So let me give a equal to 20.5 and I'm going to print the value of a. So for any decimal values, Python by default will assign it to the class float. And we can also have negative values in float. Let's try that. See, like print a comma type of a. So minus 20.5 gets printed under a, which is of type float. Now let us look at how 0 works with the float data type. So if we give 0.0, Python will still return the data type to be float because it has a decimal value. And it is always advisable to use this float function while assigning a value. Let's try this example where we give float of 20 and see what happens. It returns a decimal value which is 20.0. Having understood about float, now let's get into the complex data type. What is complex data type? It actually represents the complex numbers that will be written in the form a plus ib, where a is a real number and ib is the imaginary number. This value of I is nothing but the square root of minus 1. An example of complex number is 2 plus 3i, where 2 is the real number and 3i is the imaginary number. Similarly, we have complex data type in Python as well in the same format. Let's try it with an example. Let me say I give a to be 5 and b to be 6. I'll say c is equal to complex of a comma b. Then I'll print the value of c along with the type. So since I've given C to be complex of A comma B, Python has given it in the combination of the complex value, which is nothing but 5 plus 6j. And the type of C says that it belongs to the class complex. Hey guys, hope you understood about the numeric data types in Python. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, you can reach out to me at techietalkee@gmail.com. Happy learning and have a great day.